Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Mac 2 Real here. Listen, I ain't even gonna waste everybody's time. You saw the thumbnail. Iceman, Mr. Drake himself, from the latest leak. It's called 1 a.m. in Albany. Pretty sure he's talking about the Albany that's in Nova Scotia. I'm not sure that he's talking about New York. But hey, if he's talking about New York, he's talking about New York. But anyway, so it's called 1 a.m. in Albany, and it's Drake, like he's coming back with the bars, he's doing what he does. Everything he says, every bar means something. This is gonna be a really long video. It's gonna be a minute. Hey, I'm all about breaking down lyrics. I myself write music, I make music. Hey, shameless plug, I got music on my page too, just check me out. I'm not gonna play the song because copyright, this shit ain't even supposed to be out anyway. I'm about to read it, so I got my little Android, All right, so he starts off, for real, my social battery's drained, for real. Just came from hearing a lot of people cop a lot of pleas. Oh, brother, we brothers. It didn't mean nothing. He's mocking somebody. He's talking about, oh, brother, we brothers. It don't mean nothing. This rap shit. In my opinion, I'm not sure if he's talking about LeBron or if he's talking about J. Cole on that part. So that's why it's not far off. J. Cole and Bron both get shots in this song. So where I'm at is not far off. But this ain't fact. This is what Mac 2 Real is reacting to. I'm not... Put that jacket on anybody, you're funeral bound. But like the goalposts, I'm out here just moving around. They say conclusions withdrawn, but I'm in super denial. What's the loss? I'll be damned. Starts off talking a little shit, Y'all pick the side, stay there. If y'all send me a little owl emoji in my DMs, all that good, say, yo, Drizzle, we all good. Stay over there. That's the type of time he's on. It's you against me, and it is what it is. It's a whole war. That's how he's rolling. That's how he was 2 years ago. That's how it's still going. To the verse, he goes, look up, turbulent flights dodging cumulus clouds. Squares drawing a line, but we at the root of it now. It feels like I got a lie to even tie. Look up, turbulent flights dodging cumulus clouds. So off the rip, Drake's flexing. My boy, he on the plane right now. Plane shaking. All right, cool. Squares drawing a line, but we're at the root of it now. So squares, he calling the people he don't fuck with squares. You're a square, Squares drawing a line, but we're at the root, the root, the inner meaning. The inner meaning, and then square root. So double entendre, square root and the root, the inner meaning. We're at the square root of it now. It says, it feels like I got a lie to even tie. So I don't know if these are wins or not based on what's suitable now. It feels like I gotta lie to even tie. Even tie, You wear a suit, you gotta even your tie. But to even tie, like to win a game, tie. All right. So I don't know if these are wins or not based on what's suitable now. Get it? All right, cool. Suit, even tie. All right, bet. All right. Put that jacket on anybody. So we're back to the clothes thing. All right, so put that jacket on anybody. You're funeral bound. But like goalposts, I'm out here just moving around. They say conclusions withdrawn, but I'm in super denial. What is a loss? I'll be damned. All right, so we're going to break that down. Put that jacket on anybody. Back to the clothes thing. So I don't know if y'all know about what a jacket means, but really, it means like when you put a jacket on somebody and like, let's just say somebody snitches and they did it. Well, hey, guess what? You got to wear that snitch jacket for life. That's on you. It's a metaphorical jacket, like a bad stripe, a dishonor that you metaphorically will wear for the rest of your life. That's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really bad thing to have that. You put that on somebody or a PDF, like the little files that you click. Drake is saying, you put that jacket on anybody, you're funeral bound. So the jacket he's referring to is the, certified lover boy, certified, yeah, that word that came up. All right, so he's basically saying, yo, anybody else that will put that on me, hey, you're funeral bound. All right, so he's saying, put that jacket on anybody, you're funeral bound. But like the goalposts, I'm out here just moving around. He's saying that with Kendrick, we move the goalposts no matter what. So he's like, well, I'm out here moving around like the goalposts that you guys are moving. It's like I said, another metaphor, the metaphorical goalpost. Conclusions are withdrawn, but I'm in super denial. What is a loss? I'll be damned. My boy's saying like the whole conclusion that Kendrick won the battle. That's what the world is saying. That's what the numbers are saying. That's what everything is. That's what everything is alluding to. But Drake's like, nah, I'm in super denial. I ain't lose shit. What you talking about? Let's keep this shit going. It seems like he's ready. This whole Iceman thing is probably about to be a whole reboot. It's about to be a season 2. That's what this shit sounds like. All right. He's in super tonight. He's like, I'll be damned, but I go shaking things up in Lucian's house. Lucian is Lucian Grange. It's his boss. He's saying, I'm in the battlefield really putting boots to the ground. A boost to CBO sales and the lies that you tell. If Drake took out the AK, maybe he'd be in jail just based off the name that it spells. What they say they just smelled, I heard they got special places in hell, so people joking about evil when they did it themselves. Like, all right, if Drake took out the AK, maybe he'd be in jail. So obviously D-R-A-K-E is how you spell Drake. If you take out the AK in it, you're gonna have Dre, alluding to Dr. Dre. So Dr. Dre was actually seen on February 2025 at the 2025 Grammys when Kendrick Lamar's They Not Like Us won the Grammys. There's a shot of Dr. Dre and Lucian Grange having a high five moment. So Drake remembers everything. He didn't forget that. And that's what he's saying. He's saying, I'll go shaking things up in Lucian Grange's house. I'm in the battlefield really putting boots to the ground. Like he's like, yo, how you gonna high five Dr. Dre when I'm really out here putting boots in, I'm really out here in the field like that. Like he's saying, and also to go back into it, like, so if Drake took out the AK, maybe he'd be in jail. A lot of y'all wondering, why would he be in jail? Well, back in the day, Dr. Dre actually, he had some allegations, I guess, of putting them paws on certain people that y'all go ahead and look it up. They got special places in hell for people that, you know, do the evil themselves. So like, be over here high-fiving about things that, first off, Drake's already saying they're all lies anyway, but he's looking at him like, shoot, the shoe fits better on you. And that's what I'm interpreting. This is all interpretation. All right, so he said, y'all forgot where I'm from. Y'all forgot I gave you a hand. You wanted it too. Convenient amnesia from all you ballerinas. It doesn't alter what you said. I had to make a see ya. I shouldn't even be shocked to see you in that arena because you always made a career off switching teams up. How you feel about that, bro? How you feel, man? You hear what, bruh? We gotta tell LeBron, say, man. And he did it now too. Us Laker fans, when we going through it, we got a lot of time. He knows what he's doing. When Bron right now, so Bron's about to figure out where he's about to go. When LeBron switches teams, it's low key gonna be like I don't know, like I ain't gonna lie, it's some good timing, but Bron, you gotta whoop some ass. I ain't gonna, you gotta talk to bro. Like you can't rap like that, so I mean you can't really. I'm just saying you gotta throw some hands. You gotta throw some hands, Brian. Yeah, fuck all that. You gotta throw some hands. Cause he says some more shit about you later, Brian. He says some more shit. My bad. I got a little bit of my feelings. You know, I'm a Laker fan. And, you know, I'm all about greatness, too. That's just Brian. Fuck you talking about? What you mean? Like, it's Brian. Anyway, so he said, it doesn't alter what you said. I had to make a see you. I shouldn't be shocked to see you in that arena. He's talking about seeing LeBron James go to Kendrick Lamar's pop-out show. He brought all of California into one arena. It was beautiful. Yeah, bro. And there was a lot of people that showed up, and there was a lot of people that didn't show up. Like the game, he didn't show up, so he kind of picked the side right there. I don't know if he wasn't invited or if he picked the side and didn't show up. Regardless, the game didn't show up. That was a notable one. LeBron James, this specific bar is about Drake was shocked to see LeBron James there, and LeBron James, their relationship goes way back. You know, I'm talking like, granted, LeBron has been LeBron's been the shit since '03. Between then and by the time Drake really got hot, I want to say it was like '09, but I believe it was 2011 when they made Forever. It was a whole song for LeBron's movie. But between then and 23, they were friends. They were seen together. Like when LeBron got his first title, Drake was there. Drake and LeBron have been together. They've been cool for years. So Drake was hurt. Drake was real hurt to see old boy just sitting there and talking about they not like us, word for word and that shit. Like I ain't gonna lie, like obviously I fuck LeBron, but I would be a little confused too. Like, bro, what you mean? Like, what? You didn't even have to show up. But now, if you think about it on LeBron's end, bro, LeBron, he's the face of the LA Lakers, bro. This whole thing became low key a LA versus Toronto thing. I mean, I'm from Tampa, Florida. I'm right out here. I'm just enjoying the show. I love hip hop. I love both these two artists. I love the shit that they've done. I've been a fan for years with these two, as all of us have been, bro. And you know, I love seeing two juggernauts go at it. You know, I'm hip hop all the way. So that's what made me fuck with it. But LeBron, he was in a position where he is in LA. He is the LA Lakers. This was before Luka came in, and it don't even matter because, I mean, shit, Bron's been a face for 7 years now with the LA Lakers, bro. Like, he can't sit here and turn his back. Now, granted, he could have just not involved himself. He didn't have to show up. But we all know LeBron. We love LeBron, but LeBron loves the attention. And he, not even just attention, shit. LeBron likes to be involved in where the party is. Like, this is LA. Kendrick Lamar brought LA together. We all saw it. It was on Amazon Prime. And shit was beautiful. It was low-key beautiful. He had Bloods and Crips. He had essays. He had everybody on stage together. And, like, you know, I don't know if y'all know about a lot of politics that go down in LA, but that shit is real. To see what Kendrick did to unify all that together. My bad, I'm going on the Pop Out show, but he saw LeBron there, bro. He felt like, yo, Bron, you shouldn't be there after all the shit we done been through. And not only that, bro, Savannah, LeBron's wife, hey, salute to Savannah James. I have nothing but respect for you. Savannah was seen rocking PG Lane shirts. Like, Savannah clearly picked a side. I don't know what the hell went down. Drake keeps insinuating that there's something that LeBron and him, like, they had some, you know, I don't know, maybe they had some Hidden Hill snow bunnies. I don't know what the fuck be going on in LA. I'm a Tampa cat. I don't know, it's allegedly. But yeah, so Savannah's probably like, yeah, motherfucker, get away from my mans, And then Kendrick also on Euphoria, he had a couple lines for LeBron, letting him know, like, keep Drake away from the family, and Steph Curry. And man, bro, like, even Steph Curry, he kept it a beat. Curry's like, I don't mess with that, but I stick with my boy. Like, low key, like, LeBron did pick a side, and he should have stuck with it. But Drake is forcing him now to stick with it. So let's get back to it. There's gonna be some more bars for Bron, or that might be it, but we'll see. So I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna be one of those that I can't with this one. I never got a copy of the newest rules. Apparently the title of the book is called Fooling Fools. Y'all was riding on the summer pedal bars going #1, and yet y'all trying to tell me who's winning who. So I ain't gonna lie. If I got some people in the comments that wanna school me on this one, I mean, I can't. Y'all let me know. I mean, it keeps going where I can't. Before you say toodaloo off the shit that keep popping on your Google News, ain't been in the cage since I flew the coop. I could do this one. All right, so y'all know about on They Not Like Us on the video when Kendrick Lamar had he had an owl in a cage. And yeah, obviously that was a big shot at Drake. You know, he got the whole owl movement, the whole, you know, OVO owl, all that. But yeah, so he's like, I ain't been in the cage since I flew in the coop. I was on post and air with my mom, and numbers started going through the roof. Bentley with the bees inside the wings like whoop-de-woo. Spinning downtown like hula hoops. All right, so we're going to break this one down. I was on post and air with my mom, and numbers started going through the roof. So yeah, he was on his plane, and numbers started going through the roof because, you know, Drake got a private plane. In case y'all don't know that, Drake got a private plane. He gonna let y'all know. All right. So, all right. Numbers started going through the roof. A Bentley with the bees inside the wings, like whoop-de-woo. All right, he choosing size too. All right, but spinning downtown like hula hoops. All right. Is it the fair skin or the Jewish roots why people want to not see me on top of the mountain like I do to do? All right, so he said, is it the fair skin or the Jewish roots why people want to not see me on top of the mountain like I do to do? So for those that don't know, I'm not going to do a whole breakdown on the history of, you know, and I don't want to say the word too much, but yeah. So they want to not see me on top like I do to do. Yeah. So I'm going to do it one more time. Is it the fair skin or the Jewish roots why people want to not see me on top of the mountain like I do to do? Damn. And fuck a Billboard #1. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
They rigging the game because you fighting the biggest artists. They trying to have me stuck in this position like rigor mortis. All right, so we're going to break that down. That man said, fuck a Billboard #1. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
Obviously, They Not Like Us became the biggest #1 diss of all time in hip hop. It became #1 on the charts. It was the #1 song. That's what he's saying. He's like, all right, so what? You got #1? Whoop-de-doo. As you know, Drake has a lot of #1s too. So that's what he's saying. He's like, oh, trying to downplay the fact that Kendrick Lamar had a #1 hit dissing him titled They Not Like Us. Not sure if you guys have heard it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the whole world has heard that by now. Dude, they rigging the game because you fighting the biggest artist. So Drake is saying that he is the biggest artist and the industry is making sure that Kendrick wins this battle. They're making sure that they're going to bend every rule they can so Kendrick could win this battle. This is what's going on in Drake's mindset. You know, hey, I'm interpreting the shit. I'm not saying how I feel. I'm talking, we interpreting the shit. So he's basically saying that he's the biggest artist and that they're trying to keep him stuck at #2 or even lower. They're trying to keep him stuck in this position like rigor mortis. And that's another thing too. So rigor mortis, when you die, when a person dies, their nerves are still going, you know, their little nerves are still going. So every once in a while, there'll be a dead body. They'll fuck around and, you know, like we've seen all the videos. It's crazy. So that's rigor mortis. They want to keep me stuck in that position like rigor mortis. Like, all right. But another thing too is it's also, you know, for all the Kendrick fans out there, or even just looked into his catalog since all this has gone down. Kendrick Lamar has this amazing song called Rigor Mortis. Play on words, you know, stuck on words like rigor mortis, but rigor mortis is his way of letting you guys know I'm speaking about Kendrick right now. I'm speaking about Kendrick Lamar if y'all don't know. So turn my back on you just to give you my biggest target. They only know your name in the bigger markets, never in the little markets, B markets, C markets. Markets are the nosy markets. We at the flea markets. So, all right, he's like, yo, are you known in the little spots? Are you known like Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson is known all over. You could go in the littlest spots in Zimbabwe or the littlest spot in Argentina or anywhere in this entire world and you would know who Michael Jackson is. You know, that's Michael for you. But like saying that people only know you for that little song, they don't know you everywhere else. Like me, I'm Drake. Everybody know me. All right, so that's what that's all about. All right, so we're going to push a little bit. The flea markets, that's code in the 6, means chances are you taking a plea bargain. You belong in a pack with some rats like Dean Martins. Me, Wayne, and Matt, 3 amigos. I'm Steve Martin. I swear I'm going loony over him like that Green Martian. So please stop. Memories of where we used to live, but the truth be told, I can't even see the block. It's blocked by the treetops. All right, so this has a lot to unpack right here. So, all right, let me see what he said. All right. You belong in a pack with some rats like Dean Martin's. So he's calling somebody a rat. Like I said, I'm not sure if this goes to Kendrick or if that goes to Braun or, because he's talking crazy about a lot of people. But he's calling somebody a rat right now. Dean Martin was part of the famous group, the Rat Pack. Y'all know him or you don't. Some good stuff right there. But yeah, he's calling somebody, he's calling a couple of people a group of rats. All right, so he's saying, me, Wayne, and Mac are three amigos. I'm Steve Martin. So he's talking about me, or he's talking about Drake, Lil Wayne, and Mac Main. That's Young Money all the way. Lil Wayne. Three amigos. I'm Steve Martin. And Three Amigos, that's Steve Martin. Obviously, classic movie. That shit is hilarious. If you haven't seen that, that's a must-see right there. So he's saying that, him, Lil Wayne, and Mac Main are the Three Amigos like Steve Martin. I swear I'm going loony over tune like Green Martian, like that Green Martian, right there, that guy. Let me see. Memories of where we used to live, but the truth be told, I can't even see the block. Cedar Block. All right, so Cedar Block, that's another blood thing. He's really he's big up in the Cedar Block Pyrus and all that on this song. But it's a good play on words. I can't even see the block. Cedar Block is blocked by the treetops. All right, so here's where it starts getting real spicy and he starts getting direct. All right, so this man says, all right, please stop asking me about what's going on with 23andMe. I'm a real one and he's not. It's in my DNA. I could have fell back like the married rapper, but we engaged. I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways. All right, so that's two birds of one stone right there. So right there, J. Cole takes a direct shot and LeBron takes a clear direct shot. So, all right, like he said, all right, please stop asking me about what's going on with 23andMe. 23 being LeBron. How you feel about that, man? All right, so, 23andMe. All right, so 23andMe, the ancestry page, he's basically saying, LeBron is fake, I'm real, it's in my DNA. Stop asking about 23andMe, 23, the ancestry page, all that. I mean, that's pretty clever. Like I said, Brian, you gotta whoop some ass. You gotta whoop some ass. You gotta do it. It's personal now at this point. But but yeah, so then we go to J. Cole. Put Braun back, I gotta hold him back because shit. All right, go to J. Cole. He said I could have backed out like the married rapper, but we're engaged. So J. Cole, as you know, he's been on his new album. When he decided to apologize at that Dreamville Fest, he basically said that when he told his wife, his wife started crying. And, he felt like, all right, that was like confirmation that I'm doing the right thing, yada, yada. So Drake's throwing that in here like, yo, I could have backed out like the married guy, J. Cole. But you know what? I'm engaged. Get it? Engaged. Y'all get it. All right, so it's a big shot. It's a direct shot at J. Cole. Now, in my opinion, I think Cole need to come back. And don't delete it. You could go back and forth with. I get it. You couldn't go back and forth with Kendrick. That's a psycho motherfucker right there. But you can go back and forth with Drake. Come on, let's jump back in. You redeem yourself. This man's talking crazy about you. All right, back to it. Oh yeah, he said, I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways. All right, so I could have fell back like the married rapper, but we engaged. I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways. J. Cole and Drake have a song titled Evil Ways. So in case you guys think that I'm reaching with that shit that I just said, no. This man's, I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways. Yeah, Cole, you need to come back. You need to do what the fuck you gotta do. You gotta redeem yourself. This man's talking fucking crazy. He's going nuts. All right, wait. These boys thinking that every spot is up for grabs. They'll never see the day. To be the number one, you gotta lead the way. To hold something over my head forever, you're still a couple feet away. All right, so we're gonna break that one down. Kendrick, he right back. You don't gotta drop your shit, Kendrick. Like, bro, to be real, I'm going a little off base, but bro, Kendrick don't gotta say shit. This is 2 years later. But Cole, you shit. Anyway, so he said, these boys thinking every spot is up for grabs. He's talking to the big three. These boys think that every spot is up for grabs. They'll never see the day. To be number one, you gotta lead the way. Drake is holding on to that shit. I'm number one. I mean, by the numbers and shit, he's number one. So he's saying, y'all boys will always be 2 and 3. All right, so then he says, and I hold something over my head. And to hold something over my head forever, you're still a couple feet away. So he's making fun of Kendrick Lamar's height. You know, he's done that a couple times in the battle. You know, Kendrick Lamar, he's like what, 5'9". He's small. He's a little dude, I guess. But and Drake is tall as fuck. And I mean, I think that's so stupid to bring in a battle. That's some childish shit. But man, in my opinion, that's just stupid. Like, oh, you whittle and I'm big. But anyway, he's throwing it in there like, you know, you can't even hold nothing over my head because you got mad feet. All right, so your insecurities keep spanning season to season like your Issa Rae. Insecure Issa Rae. That was pretty good. All right. All right, so basically he's about to start going in on Kendrick. So this is all Kendrick that he's about to do. So he says, your insecurities keep spanning season to season like your Issa Rae. Plot twist, the owl never sees the cage. The owl only wakes up to seize the day. Talk about hiding the Bible. Maybe y'all should read a page. Y'all wearing crosses on their necks thinking Jesus saves. Well, even if he does, homie, either way, the blasphemy you talk lets me know that your amazing grace is going to be delayed. You boys should be ashamed. The fact that you had to bring that talk to get some decent plays, goodness gracious God, I want to wipe that little smug right off of your fucking face. All you really did was cap like uppercase. Dodged the truth, but still managed to finally get a hit like you run a base. All right, we're going to stop right there right quick. He's talking crazy again. He said, the plot twist is that the owl never sees the cage. The owl only wakes up to seize the day. So obviously, as you know, Kendrick Lamar on They Not Like Us, he had a owl in a cage, and it was basically representing Drake being an owl OVO because they got the whole owl thing. So Drake is like, yo, plot twist, which is another thing. Plot twist is Drake's Instagram, his little secret Instagram. He's been doing his little rollout for Iceman. It's called Plot Twist. So he's saying, plot twist, the owl never sees the cage. The owl only seizes the day. You know, he seizes the day. All right, talk about hiding the Bible. Maybe y'all should read a page. So, you know, beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. So he's saying, talk about hiding the Bible. Maybe y'all should read a page. Yeah. Talking about beat your ass behind the Bible, you should read a page. That's what Drake's saying. Stop wearing crosses on their neck thinking that Jesus saves. Well, even if he does, either way, the blasphemy you talk lets me know that your amazing grace is going to be delayed. He's saying like, yo, if you're a Christian like you say you are, Mr. Kendrick, or whatever you claim you are, and you claim that you love Jesus, the blasphemy that you're talking is going to make sure that your blessings are delayed. So, yeah, your blessings that you're trying to make, that's what Drake's saying to Kendrick. Yeah, your blessings will be delayed. Oh, okay, all right. Or he's talking about the fact that since Drake calls himself the sixth God, like, yo, you talking crazy to the God. So your blessings going to be delayed. It could be a double entendre. Y'all know how it is. Could be a triple entendre. I'm probably missing an entendre. Shit. If there's an entendre that I'm ever missing in here, y'all let me know. Y'all comment the entendre that I might be missing. Or if I'm off, shit, I might be reaching. Who knows? But let me know. Shit. All right, let's keep it going. Made it this far. Your grace is going to be delayed. You should be ashamed. The fact that you have to bring that type of talk to get some decent plays, goodness gracious. God, I want to wipe that little smug look right off of your fucking face. So, of course, he went, it was a whole, you know, goodness gracious, God, I want to wipe that little smoke. The fact that you had to bring that type of talk to get some decent plays. He's talking about, the fact that you had to call him a PDA file, to get some plays. You got to go that far to say that, and he wants to smack that little look right off his fucking face. I'm pretty sure it's this look right here. All you really did was cap like uppercase. I guess he's talking about the A minor thing. Dodge the truth, but still managed to finally get a hit and let you run a base. So he's talking about, dodged, because Kendrick is from LA. Kendrick's from LA. Like he said, dodged the truth, but still managed to finally get a hit with They Not Like Us. So he said, all right, dodge the truth, but still managed to finally get a hit and let you run a base. They saw you out at first. You need them, so you out at home now. You just like a double play. That was pretty good. Do I gotta explain baseball to y'all now? All right. Dodgers, dodge the truth. The Dodgers is the LA Dodgers are a baseball team in the MLB. So they saw you out at first base. When a person hits the ball, there's 4 bases, 1, 2, 3, 4. You get home. So they saw you out at first. Double entendre. They saw you outside at first. They saw you out at first base. All right, cool. They saw you out at first. You need them. So you out at home now. You went back home. You backtracking like a double play. You take 2 people out. That's when you take 2 people out. Like I said, 2 birds, 1 stone. So a double play is when you take out 2 people in 1 play. So I guess that's what Drake's going with on that one. I'm thinking Cole, Kendrick, he's knocking 2 of them out in 1 play. Pretty great wordplay, I ain't gonna lie. He said, and as for these other suckers that's tucked away, I'm down to put bills on their face. No wonder why they've been ducking Drake. And he made sure he emphasized it too. He's like, man, y'all don't even get on it. Y'all don't even get on it. But that's why I'm here. For the ones that don't get it, even though it should be right in your face. All right, so a duck has a bill on his face. And in the streets, in life, shoot, if you put a bag on somebody's head, if you put money on someone's head to get them, that's what he said. I could put a bill on their face. That's why they've been ducking Drake. Alright, so that's why they've been ducking Drake. Alright, let's not even take it to that other place. You boys is too pussy like double dates. Running out the 6 like you want a race. I watched this guy spasm like a puzzle face. Hold on, that's... Alright, so he's still on Kendrick on that one where he's like, you boys are 2 pussies like double dates. He's Kendrick and J. Cole. You boys is 2 pussy like double dates. Running out the 6 like you won a race. He's referring to Kendrick Lamar actually with his GNX tour. He had 2 stops. He had 2 stops in Toronto. And there was footage of Top 5 trying to get into the hotel of one of Kendrick's. It was a big hotel. And they didn't let him in. And I'm assuming that, because there was always rumors that he was like Drake's, whatever, it's rumors, but, he's probably alluding to that, like, you're running out the 6, like, yeah, anyway. So I'm pretty sure he's alluding to that right there. So now we get off of Kendrick for a bit, pause, and we go to Joe Budden. All right, so he's talking about, he says, I watched this guy spasm with a puzzled face. Who knows which one of his bubble-shaped tings I must have ushered through them double gates. Showed her a good time of a life while his stomach aches. Hearing about the good times at Lover's Lakes. And send it back to you while you're sleepwalking naked in another state. Nah, I'll leave it to another day. And even if you don't, it's just another day. Or even if you die, it's just another day. We ain't crying for your punk ass anyway. I'm a 6-side renegade. So that's some cold shit. Drake and Joe Budden have had an on and off thing for a long time. I'm talking like, if y'all don't know who Joe Budden is, I'm not even talking Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast. I am talking about him, but I'm talking about Joe Budden. When Joe Budden was a rapper, like Joe Budden was one of the pioneers when it came to this podcast and this vlogging, this rap vlogging stuff. Like I'm talking, he had the Joe Budden YouTube show back in 2010 when Drake was first popping, and there's videos of him, early videos of them two interacting. You know, Drake was a big fan of Joe Budden. The mood music, Drake kind of he kind of did what Joe Budden did, but a lot better, I guess. And yeah, so they've had a whole thing for years. But the thing about Drake is, you know, he's a sniper when it comes to these women, as everybody knows. And he's been with a lot of women in the industry. He's taken a lot of people's women. And he took one of Joe Budden's girl for a while. Her name was, I think, Tahiri. It was a whole thing. He took her out, and apparently to this day, it's one of the reasons why Joe Budden is he's still bitter, I guess. It is all alleged. He's still bitter. Yeah, so Drake is always throwing some shots at him. But the reason why we know that we are talking about Joe Budden specifically is because he started, when Drake said sleepwalking naked in another state. So that was this weird thing that happened with Joe Budden where he ended up sleepwalking, and it was all caught on Ring camera for his neighbor. Anyway, he was caught sleepwalking, and he was naked, and he had to do a whole trial for it, and he got, I guess it all worked out for him. He got off, pause, I don't know what happened with the trial, but Drake is saying, you know, sleepwalking naked in another state. So that's how we know that he's speaking of Joe Budden. And he's even saying, like, if you were to die, it's just another day. Nobody would care. Like, he's basically insinuating that Joe Budden left no type of staple in hip hop. That's been his biggest thing when it comes to Joe Budden. He's always said, like, you haven't done shit for the culture. All you did was pump it up. It's always been his shot at Joe Budden, because Drake ended up being who he is, having so many number ones, and obviously his career popped off. But he's always like, you know, Joe Budden, you're hating on me, so fuck you. That's his biggest thing on him, is that he doesn't have much of a career in rap. Now, granted, it's all love. I mean, sure, Joe Budden obviously has one of the biggest podcasts in the world. Those lists don't matter, but if anything, he wasn't number one, but he was number two. Like, Joe Budden is the man. He got it. Ain't nobody fucking with his success. So, but even that, Drake knows that. So if Joe Budden was nothing, he wouldn't address him on every single album. Not to say that this song will be on this album, but he's always addressing Joe Budden. So clearly Joe Budden got some type of influence, and he knows that he got to talk a little shit to him. All right, off that. All right, so he said, more lemons to lemonade, sour in the bonds in our generation, 16 years in the game, this ain't Minute Maid. Like Drake saying, I done been there, done that. Scrimmaging with the scrubs for the love of the game, because I'm unamused and all the goats are middle aged. And Muggsy Bogues dunked for once, even I'm amazed. Somebody get his kid a raise. What is it, the braids? Even when I cut them, I could never fade. All right, so that's where the song ends, but shit, we could break it down right there. Like, 16 years in this game, this ain't Minute Maid. Scrimmaging with the scrubs for the love of the game. So Drake saying, yo, I'm Tom Brady, I'm LeBron, I'm Kobe, I'm Mike, I'm the GOAT. I'm just playing fucking scrimmage. I'm doing this shit for the love. Y'all, every one of y'all that I have mentioned in this battle are beneath me. I ain't on my level. That's what Drake's saying. Scrimmaging with the scrubs for the love of the game, because I'm unamused. And all the goats are middle-aged. Mind you, there's another one. Hove. He's talking a lot of shit to Hove. A lot of shit. They've been having a lot of back and forth. Clearly with all this shit. I mean, Hove is the reason why Kendrick was able to go on the biggest stage in the Super Bowl and able to, you know, perform what he performed. Hove was the one that pushed the button on that. So, of course, Drake got a lot of smoke. And he's been at smoke with him for years. That's a whole nother video. You know, the whole Drake, Kanye, Watch the Throne, all that, you know, like, it's been smoke for a very, very long time between the two of those. And, yeah, so he's like, I'm unamused. You know, I'll fight the little dudes and I'll fight the goats, is what, you know, that's how he's calling them. I'm unamused. All the goats are middle-aged. Muggsy Bogues dunked For once, even I'm amazed. So Muggsy Bogues, he's actually one of the shortest players in NBA history. He played for the Charlotte Hornets. I believe it was in the early 90s. He actually was on Space Jam. But he was about, I want to say, 5'4". Let me get that correct real quick. Shit, we could do that real quick. Muggsy. Let's see how tall. All right, so Muggsy Bogues was actually 5'3". And yeah, so like I said, going back to calling Kendrick small, and he's always calling Kendrick little. So he's saying Muggsy Bogues dunked for once. You know, Kendrick got a hit with "They Not Like Us." So he's like, oh, even I'm amazed. Somebody give the kid a raise. Once again, another short joke. You know, he's saying that Kendrick is a short king. What is it? The braids? Even when I cut them, I can never fade. So yeah, and clearly Drake was listening to Lil Euphoria. No, I'm playing. He responds to Kendrick Lamar, and this is Drake. Drake says, "What is it? The braids? Even when I cut them, I can never fade." And that's a response to when Kendrick Lamar said, "What is it? The braids? I hurt your feelings. You don't want to work with me no more." Okay, and yeah. So he's responding to him. You know, he's saying, even when I cut my hair, I can never fade. You know, I can never fade. Drake got a fade. I can never fade away. So yeah, Drake he's still not over the whole beef. I mean, it's been 2 years, but at the end of the day, I mean, his name was dragged in the mud. I personally, I love this hip hop shit. I love when they go back and forth like this. Like, I know a lot of people are tired of, you know, it's been 2 years, it's been dragging on, and even me, like, on some real shit, like, I hate that we have to wait 2 years for all this to happen. But regardless, in the 2 years since all this has happened, it's been quite boring. As you can see, we haven't had no number ones since They Not Like Us. I miss this shit. I really hope that Kendrick drops too. There's a whole rumor that he's gonna be dropping this album called Giant. I don't even know if that's him. That could be even Drake too, playing mind games, making fun of Kendrick's height. I mean, that's one of my theories, that he's probably making fun of Kendrick's height by doing the whole Giant thing, like, oh, mysterious. Or there could be a new Kendrick album dropping, responding to all this stuff. You know, Kendrick did take off the GNX album and take off Luther and They Not Like Us, the video, and they put it back, and it brought everybody's attention to him. There could be some type of mind games going on. It could be UMG doing all this stuff, because at the end of the day, they're both signed to UMG. So UMG could probably be like, all right, Drake's about to drop this album. If we reignite all this stuff, regardless, I low-key hope that this battle starts again. I would love to see this shit start all over again. I want to see Kendrick come back too. I want to see Drake's about to drop a whole album. Iceman should have about, I'm predicting, 24 songs. I think it's about to be 24 songs. It's going to be about 9 hits, and then he's going to be talking his shit, because clearly he's not done. And this is going to open up a whole can of worms. I mean, like I said, Cole got to respond. Hove got to respond. Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick don't got to say shit. I keep saying that. Kendrick did his fucking job. But Kendrick is a psycho. I don't think he's going to stay quiet. He's going to be like, oh shit, we back. I got 5 more in the tank. Kendrick is ready, and that was back then. He got more. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. I'm here to cover this whole battle. Like, I'm ready for it. I'll cover Iceman. We'll see how it goes. If y'all like what you hear, I mean, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, like, I'm gonna be covering a lot more hip hop things. I'm gonna go back. I mean, we'll go back to the 90s. We're gonna do 2000s, 2010s. Just whatever I'm interested in, and whatever you guys like. But you know, it's gotta be something that I love. So, like I said, I love this music shit. I love this battle stuff. I hope that this reignites something. It got all of us talking. I mean, Iceman is dropping tomorrow. By the time I drop the video, the Iceman should be out. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if y'all like what y'all seen, like and subscribe. I make music as well. I'm on Apple, Spotify, everywhere. Mac2Real, MAC2Real. You guys follow me on Instagram, Mac2Real813. You know, I got to represent Tampa. I got to represent my home. Yeah, till next time, guys.